Hi, and how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Achieve with Chiagnos. Achieve with Chiagnos is your number one online solution provider to matters relating to business and life in general. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please consider subscribing, and I'll be more than excited for that support. So last time we reviewed something about payment. I think it was on my TikTok page, and now I've seen the need of doing something a bit comprehensive for payment. And the main reason why I'm doing this is where errors normally occur in organization. One of the areas is processing payments. So I have a comprehensive list that I want to share here on the guidelines on how you can make your payment in a very efficient way. And through this method that I'm going to say here, you will be in a position to save your company a lot. So number one, this is how you process your payment. Number one, you will receive an invoice from the supplier. An invoice will tell you how much you are supposed to pay the supplier. So first step is receiving the invoice. Next step number two, you are going to review that invoice. And what do I mean by the term reviewing? In simple words, you want to see the details in the invoice. Do they match what was indicated in the purchase order? Purchase order, this is a document that shows the items you ordered from the supplier. So you look at maybe invoice date, tick. Description of good, tick. Bank details captured, tick. Due date of the invoice, tick. Serial number of the invoice, tick. Like such things. Upon reviewing that invoice careful, the next step you are going to do, you are going to approve that invoice, that indeed this invoice that has been given to us has met the requirement. That is step number 3. You approve the invoice. Step number 4, you are going to record the invoice. And what do I mean by the term recording? Here you are going to make what is called an accounting entry. So an accounting entry for an invoice, we know very well, we are increasing our debtors and we are also increasing our liability. So to increase the data, you are going to debit accounts receivable. To increase the creditor, you are going to credit accounts payable. That is the accounting entry. You have done that in step number 4. And I hope this recording is done via system and accounting software. And by the way, we do installation of those software, we train. So you can DM me in case you need that software. Number 3, you are going to set up payment. Setting up payment is like you want to initiate that payment processing. So you are preparing maybe the documents for the payment processing, maybe the review form. You are going to prepare the supporting documents of that payment. Then upon doing that, you submit those documents for approval or authorization by your head of department or whichever person who heads that business. Upon doing that, suppose that invoice has been authorized, which I do believe it will be authorized, then you are making the payment. You can do that through various methods, but we normally advise you choose the one that will save you on cost. Like if you do RTGS transfer through bank, that is normally expensive and it might cost you much, but you encourage you do cashless transaction, maybe via M-Pesa or through bank. You will still be all right. And another thing, after making that payment, you record the payment. So the money has left your account. So you credit bank and then you have received the good. You debit that goods account for particular thing that you have received. And then last but not least, you are going to make something called reconciliation. Reconciliation, this is how you are going to do it. You are going to reconcile the purchase order against expense account, and then the expense account against bank. Don't just do expense and bank. You first of all do the purchase order agree with our expense account, and do our expense account agree with what is in the bank. Upon that, you are going to archive those documents. That is now step number 10. Archiving that document is like you are doing documentation. You are keeping those receipts safe and sound. Just in case of anything, you will be required to provide those supporting documents. And then step number 11, you are going to prepare a report, an expense report, and submit to your boss. Through that, you shall have made a very standard process of making payments, and you will be good to go. We do such advisory services at Achieve with Chiagnos, and you can contact me always. I'll be there and ready to assist you. Please consider subscribing. Until next time, bye. Thank you.